Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred angelic legion of the 144 of the new Jerusalem. We had powerful waves of higher frequency coming in from the flashing, pulsing light reaching Pachamama from Solaris. These are bringing new codes and timeline shifts into alignment with the positive timelines of the new Earth. The adamantine emerald particles are penetrating deep into your crystal heart chamber to raise the resonance of the Queen's Elysium fields of the Gardens of Eden. With the flooding in of these gamma plasma waves from 5D and beyond, Gaia is transforming into her star mothership of Terra Nova Gaia. As ground crew, we are the guides and the navigators, the wayshowers of the new Earth living. We live from our heart, being connected to all things in all realms and timelines and dimensions. In unity we rise into the dawning, into the new golden age of eternal life. As Solaris pulses in the higher codes and currents of the source light, all is coming into perfect balance and clarity of harmonic resonance. As the lotus flower anchors into the mud and rises through the still waters to blossom in the heavens, we too anchor our consciousness into the foundation of 3D to rise, bloom, and blossom into the heavens of 5D and up. Lightworkers, there is no plateau to bliss. We have transcended way over the threshold of suffering and are coming out on the other side. We cross over to the other shore, fully conscious, awake, and aware. We have trained lifetimes to prepare for the great merging and crossing, to stay conscious through the void and beyond the abyss, to merge heaven with earth. With the clear light of bliss, we open the eyes of our spirit to come into the gnosis of all that is. This is pure beingness. That is the realization of our mighty I Am presence. This is the way into the sacred kingdom within. All is unfolding and expanding in divine timing. Stay grounded and anchored in the eternity of this now as we rise and ascend fully into the new Earth. This is a total transformation and manifestation of our pure vision of the new era of light. Keep holding the vision. Keep towing the line, and all is pulled into the holy waters of redemption. The Holy Spirit has our backs and is fully with us now to assist all starseeds and wayshowers of the new Lemuria on our great ascension missions. With the divine illumination of the halo crowns upon your heads, shine out your bright virtue into the field of the infinite multiverse forevermore. Aho! Shanti, Shanti, Deva, Nama, Namo. Isis has her crown back. Namaste. And with these massive waves of energetics coming in, we had many earth changes and activations all over this realm in the past 24 hours. We had massive flooding in China today, last couple days. Shanxi province in northern China, more than 120,000 people were evacuated from their homes, and thousands more affected by these massive flooding coming in. This is more of the purging. This is the rising of the waters. This is more of the cleansing and purification process of Gaia. Our prayers, blessing, and love go to all our people being affected by these massive earth changes. We still have lava continuing to pour out of the volcano in La Palma, Canary Islands. This is forming a totally new landmass in the ocean. This is also a piece of the new Atlantis rising, the divine masculine energies coming in. We also had many more activations all over Pachamama with 125 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. This is the third day in a row with another powerful earthquake, this time in the sacred portal Crete, Greece with a 6.4. 2 days ago it was in the heart of Lemuria, Hawaii with a 6.2. Yesterday 6.9 in the Crown, Alaska. Then the sacred portal. In Crete, Greece, this is connected to the healing of the old heart of 3D. This is the old third-dimensional masculine energy of the old earth, of the false timelines being healed and transformed and uplifted. We say all things perfectly resolve in the unborn mind of Buddha. 444 coming in. The whole ring of fire again totally lit up beginning this morning in Okinawa, Japan with a 4.9, 13 Divine Goddess. Vanuatu 4.5, Council of 9 coming in, 73 kilometers depth, 73 into the 37, Heaven on Earth. Peru, South America, Andes Mountains, home of the sacred Condor. Kundalini Pachamama 4.9, another 13 activation, 13 of the 4.4. Brazil, South America, in the Amazon, 4.2, 603 kilometers depth, very deep. This is part of the ancient Incan Empire, the Empire of the Sun and the solar discs being activated. Alaska Peninsula, 3.5. Colombia, South America, most northern point, also Amazonian. This is the northern tip of the Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, 5.0. 149 kilometers depth, also very deep. Then up into Loving, New Mexico, 3.0, 7 kilometers depth, 37 into 73. Then a powerful activation southeast of Loyalty Islands. This is just north of the Tropic of Capricorn, 5.4, Council of 9, 99 portal, 517 kilometers depth. Tonopah, Nevada, 3.5. And then the most powerful 6.4. 64 of the 46. This is the mirror. This is the matrix code, the codons of the old DNA being transformed to the 144. Ferndale, California, 3.8, 12 Divine Goddess. South Sandwich Islands in the root chakra, Pachamama, 4.8, another 12, activation, 33 of Divine Mastery. Kamchatka, Russia, 4.5, 999. Alaska Peninsula in the crown of Lemuria, 30. Canada, British Columbia, 4.1. Then again in the heart of Lemuria, Hawaiian Ocean View, Hawaii, 3.1. Indonesia, 4.1 on the Ring of Fire, very deep, 536 kilometers. Then another activation in the heart, Pahala, Hawaii, 30. South of Fiji, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, we had a 4.5, another 9. The double 9 portal, 513 kilometers depth, very deep. Chile, South America, 40. Papua New Guinea on the Ring of Fire, 49. Then again up into the crown, Alaska Peninsula, 3.0. Then 3.4. Channel Islands Beach, California, 3.3. 33 Divine Mastery. Dominican Republic, 3.9, 12 Divine Feminine, 172 kilometers depth, very deep. In Puerto Rico, also connected to the Divine Masculine, New Atlantis, 3.5. And then in Central America, Costa Rica, 4.7, home of our Mayan elders. Very powerful activations all over this realm, all connected to the ascending energies. All is coming into higher resonance. As part of this upliftment of consciousness into the full breakthrough of this quantum leap of consciousness. 8-8 coming in, Lionsgate, the Lyra Nation with us now. Now let us continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 19 degrees 37 minutes Capricorn. The sun is at 20 degrees Libra. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 21 degrees Libra. A crowd upon a beach. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 20 degrees Capricorn. A hidden choir singing during a religious service from astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today, very powerful, card 11, 11 Gateway, Healing. The keywords healing, release, purification, forgiveness, transformation, infection. Key phrases: to be human is to be wounded. A time to connect body, mind, spirit, and soul. Let go of definitions and labels. Nurture passions and seek pleasure. Authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find the source of disease and distress. You need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well-being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Seek treatment. Do not be afraid. Meaning, the healing card illustrates our third reason for being, However, it covers healing on several levels, and does not necessarily suggest or imply that you are wounded or in need of healing, at least not on a conscious level. A happy, safe, and peaceful life does not always accord us with perfect healing and well-being. Every person is vulnerable to disease, whether it's manifested in physical, mental, or emotional stress, or as a feeling of emptiness and longing that is born of spiritual wounds. Humans are part of hierarchical race. We have a social order with the elite and wealthy at the top and the uneducated and poor at the bottom. We are a species that is driven to win, with each of us striving to do better, to be better than the generation that came before. Those at the top want to stay there, and those at the bottom want to reach the top. We are goal-oriented and believe that success moves us forward and failure sets us back. We are on a perpetual quest to improve, whether it be our social standing, quality of life, or simply a desire to be a better person. What must be better? We must do better. But what is better? In our quest for betterment, are we making ourselves ill? In the simplest terms, we often see success and failure in the same light as we do life and death. To succeed is to live. To fail is to die. Or worse still, to descend into poverty, mediocrity, and obscurity. We become fixated on being the best, succeeding at all we do, and yet we may still fail to thrive. We may find we are not happy. We may find we are not healthy. Sometimes we find that even when we do accomplish our goals and are rewarded with wealth and prosperity, we are not satisfied and crave more. Are we enduring and doing only what needs to be done in order to survive? Are we so fixated on acquiring possessions that we have forgotten that happiness and well-being begin within us? Are we truly living? There is often so much going on around us in our day-to-day lives that we disconnect from our body, our thoughts, and emotions, to such an extreme that when somebody asks, "How are you?" we automatically say, "I am well," regardless of our true feelings or whether we are physically well or not. To do this is an act of self-preservation and hides our vulnerability, our weariness, our dissatisfaction, and our disease from others. We may be afraid of being honest because to do so could reveal our weaknesses in a world where we must always be strong in order to survive and succeed. The sad truth is that we may not only be doing it in order to hide our true state from others, but to hide it from ourselves. The healing card symbolizes a need to reconnect and listen to what your body, mind, and feelings are telling you, to work with them instead of against them. Whether it be as simple as addressing a physical ailment or addressing that empty ache that comes from denying ourselves enjoyment and connection, this card signals that it is time to rip off the layers of illusion and protective armor and the masks and look at what lies beneath. Are you fulfilled? Do you love your life? Are you happy, or do you need everything that you strive for in order to be happy? Are you living a fulfilling life that you love, or are you simply enduring and dying a little more each and every day? The healing card brings with it questions like these. It also asks you to look at your life and determine whether your path heals you or harms you. If it is the latter, the healing card reminds you that it is in your power to change direction. And now today from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Naad. Geomagnetic storm update. Earth's magnetic field is reverberating from the impact of a CME during the early hours of October 12th, 2:30 UTC. The blow triggered a G2 class geomagnetic storm, actually a double storm, which is only now subsiding more than 12 hours later. We have entered the 11 through 18 passage. Divine neutrality is needed, as polarized views and energies will keep rising. Fuerza Kia Kaha Shalaha Tor Satnam. Mary Naad from Light Code Activations 12/44/88. And from Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028, Geomagnetic Storm Update, Solar Consciousness in Action. Earth's magnetic field is reverberating from the impact of a CME during the early hours of October 12th, 2:30 UTC. The blow triggered a G2 class geomagnetic storm. As mentioned on our prior entry, the CME is of special significance as the kin equivalent of giant sunspot 2882 is precisely number 22. That is 2,882 minus 260 times 11 equals 22. Keen 22 corresponds to white solar wind. 2882 is also a 1010 portal. When the CME passed by the Earth, the solar wind quickened by 120 kilometers per second. As an analog frequency of 9 ik ahekat, this day Keen is associated with the Quetzalcoatl, Kukulkan, Ehekat, rainbow serpent mythic complex across Mesoamerican traditions. Both 1 Ajah, analog of Keen 40, 1 sun, and 9 Ik, analog of Keen 22, 9 wind, correspond to the glyphs of the first 2 of the 3 deities of the so-called Palenque triad, labeled as G1, G2, and G3. Berlin, 1965, 9 Ik, and 1 Ajah. The Venus identification of G1 stems mainly from his birth date 9 Ik, 9 wind, mentioned already as the calendar name of Quetzalcoatl, a major Venus god in central Mexican mythology. Kelly, 1965. A New Look at Palenque's Mythology by David Stewart. Sunspot 2882 holds a prophetic encoding as the number 82 is the union of Pakal Voltan, Keen 60, and Balon Ik, Keen 22. 60 plus 22 equal 82. Keen 40, 1 Ajah, is sign number 12 out of 13 clear signs of the Telektanon prophecy of Pakal Voltan. The giant sunspot AR 2882 made the news on Keen 40, 1 Ajah, sign of Palenque, god G2, and sparked a G2 double geomagnetic storm on Keen 41, 2 Dragon, followed by a spectacular full spectrum display of auroras across the northern hemisphere. Time is art. Let's remember also that the equinox portal of September 22nd correspond to Keen 22, 9 wind, and that it is precisely at the equinox points when the sunlight aligns with the main stairway of the pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza, causing 7 isosceles triangles to form imitating the body of a serpent of about 111 feet long that travels downwards until it joins the huge serpent's head carved in stone at the bottom of the stairway. The equinox portal on Keen 22 also signaled the start of 22 weeks until 2022 2-2 synchronization portal. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel, as we are now co-creating the new golden age in the new earth and the higher 5th to 7th dimensional state, we need to guard ourselves from slipping back into the 3rd. Here is what to do. As soon as you feel yourself being pulled back in, immediately get back into your higher heart and soul and center yourself. Get back into the truth of who and what you are, back into balance and equilibrium. Whatever comes up, immediately work on it and let it go. Alchemize it into loving grace, forgiveness, and let go. Let it disintegrate with the rest of the old 3D, and do so with love and compassion. You have now gained the higher perspective from the higher mastery of the true, higher soul self, the eternal and infinite you. When you are in this higher state, you will not be pulled in, nor influenced anymore, for the lower vibration cannot operate in the higher vibrational frequency fields. The lower disintegrates. As you learn more and more to stand in your soul mastery, with unconditional love, firmly centered and rooted in the truth of who and what you truly are, embracing divinity within, the freer you become, and the more you find inner peace and joy and love, as you are deeply inspired to create the new golden age, harmony and unity with great love. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Divine Brothor of the Light, Jason Estes. On the 15th, we will be complete with the layer of love we have been working on as Team Humanity. This means we will be in a deep time of reflection around love. This will be a major change to the foundation of how we interact and connect with others, as well as all of our relationships we are currently in, including the one with ourselves. While this time may be difficult for us, it is imperative to the betterment of the human race that we indeed build from a true foundation of love and understand what true empathy is once more. And from the Order of the Star, Yin and Yang, To put it simply, all aspects of the universe exist in relation to one another, a cosmic duality of two opposing and complementing forces called yin and yang. In other words, all things come in pairs. Everything in nature consists of two paradoxical phases and energies. Yin is the passive female energy associated with earth, dark, moon, cold, and love. Yang energy refers to the active male energy of the universe, associated with heaven, heat, sun, and light. When you understand the flow of yin and yang, you live in harmony with nature. If you want to relate to the world harmoniously, you need to create peace within yourself first. Every person is a mixture of yin and yang. When you balance these energies internally, your inner condition manifests outward, shaping your words and actions and affecting the people around you. The bride and the bridegroom, it is the yin-yang of the Tao, the holy matrimony of spirit and soul. At its core, it is the balancing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies within ourselves, and therefore upon our world, which is dearly needed. Yin and yang shine with each other and can be healed by each other. The world can regain a beautiful balance. Yin and yang begins an era of love and light. The deep and great love of men gives off a strong light and becomes the light of the world. In response to the light, the soft love of women blooms with joy like roses blossoms. Women's unwavering love heals and opens the hearts of men. When the love of yin and yang is balanced and melts, a new light of love is born. In feng shui, the dragon and phoenix are believed to be the perfect couple. Dragon is yang, while phoenix is yin, and they complement each other. This balance of yin and yang enhances matrimonial bliss. Being the symbol of everlasting love, the celestial couple is the ultimate symbol of marital happiness. Yang is the predominant of male sexuality. Yin is the predominant of female sexuality. When a man and a woman come together in sacred communion, the yang force of heaven descends into the yin force of earth, just as the yin force of earth ascends unto the yang force of heaven. The yang and yin embrace each other. When yin and yang intermingle, they naturally complement each other to generate creative energy. If the male force and female force are physically and emotionally harmonized, theirs is balance and creativity as cosmic harmony is achieved. As a result, the couples are bathed with cosmic radiance and blessings in mind, body, and soul. Standing alone, both yin and yang are incomplete. It could be said that the central task of yin and yang is to come into balance. Courting our inner opposite is what the alchemists called conjunctio, referred to as the sacred marriage. Paradoxically, it is through our outer dissimilarities that we learn about our inner complements. Yin is the loving, feeling, compassionate force within. It knows the wisdom of surrender and chooses to yield, even when everyone else is getting ahead. For yin, withdrawing is entering. It's there that we birth our dreams, refine our intuition, and have a center from which to interrelate. Yang is our direction, focus, and backbone. With piercing clarity, yang chooses a standpoint and sticks to it. It is assertive, analytical, and works independently. It knows how to discriminate and cuts away the excess. Yang takes action when something needs to be done. Yang is the arrow that speeds to its target, turning our dreams into realities. The sacred feminine yin dances with the sacred masculine yang, an act of lovemaking, spiraling, twisting vortices, eddies, undercurrents, and waves, giving birth to a sacred reciprocity and an alchemical becoming, blending of being and doing, the non-action with action. Self-awareness is our portal into perceiving this ocean of chi energy so that we may live in harmony. Somatic, social, and soulful awareness, feeding our intention and attention. The waves are never separate from the ocean. The ocean gives birth to the wave. Yet each wave has its own unique form, its own distinguished character, while remaining part of the ocean. Every vibration of energy, every body, is an expression of nature. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Francois Braun, Christos Stasis beings. Through each of the Albion's 12 light body spheres exists the highest supreme being, or Christos Maji Grail King, for that particular dimensional sphere. This is a massive stasis being that holds the divine purpose for humanity's highest fulfillment of the Christos Sophia, unified rod and staff embodiment in each of the 12 tribes, which can be attained by the inner Christ that exists within every individual. There are supporting Christos guardian beings that remain in stasis sleep not only within the Albion light body, but also remain underground or hidden in deep caves and lava tubes. There are 13 dragon beings that are enveloped in the Earth's crust that have been here for eons of time as guardians of the ley lines, ready to awaken and protect the Christ child once the golden dragon egg cracks open. They remain asleep in the earth until the planetary collective consciousness reaches the level of higher dimensional consciousness and self-awareness, where the tipping point of global awakening occurs. It appears that with the rise of Arthur, his awakening in the Albion initiates further global awakening within these stasis beings. This is to understand that there are advanced Christos beings that went into stasis sleep since the Luciferian rebellion and through the Dark Ages, in such ways that their Christos consciousness body could be utilized to help save the Earth from a pole shift destruction during the 2012 and beyond timeline. The cosmic Christos beings embody into their creations. Their body is the creation, and thus the Albion is a reflection of their combined consciousness body, which is the entirety of the complex architecture that makes up the massive multidimensional planetary system. The 12 Maji Grail kings did not ever leave the planet when their beautiful kingdoms were conquered and invaded by the NAA. When their human tribes and citizens were being massacred, they stayed here in stasis. They have been with us all of this time, hidden from view and asleep during the darkest timeline wars with the Antichrist. Simultaneously, they were aware that they could not exist in their organic, Christic, awakened state, because the planetary frequency was rapidly plummeting during the NAA invasion, and the fundamental frequency was not high enough to support their extremely high consciousness level and massively sized auric fields. If they remained connected to the planetary light body as they chose to be, the only way to remain present in this low density was to be put in stasis to sleep, and by refusing to be used in alien machinery consciousness traps or recycling into reincarnation. To do this, they depended on us, the guardian host representatives and Christos starseeds, to not forget about them, and when the time was right to help wake them up in the Albion, that we would collaborate together to vanquish the alien menace from our planet. As the planet evolves over time through the astrological ages and subsequent time cycles to raise the fundamental planetary frequency and assemble Diamond Sun DNA, the highest supreme being or Christos Maji Grail King that exists in stasis within that dimensional sphere of the earth, is then activated into matter manifestation to embody those consciousness attributes and transmit them. Those of us that are starseeds sent here in these lineages will be recipients of these Christos consciousness attributes, depending on our spiritual initiation level, as we aspire to be the highest authentic being that serves the Christos mission as possible. Such is the solar logos manifestation of Yeshua and Mary during the Iron Age, as the embodied eighth-dimensional hierogamic rod and staff holders. They laid the light body architecture for the next Christos guardians to awaken during the final phase of the Ascension cycle, which we are enduring now. Through the Albion whispers with the Emerald Order crystal heart activation of the Holy Father rising into Arthurian Christos consciousness, it is the time for the 11th dimensional rod and staff holder for planet Earth to be awakened and called into action. The Albion Solar Dragon King and Maji Grail King is rising as the Christos King of Kings from with the awakening Albion to restore the lost kingdom of God and Christos. He, Arthur, now awakens in the United Kingdom to begin the global awakening of Christos Stasis beings through the kingship arcs, thereby returning the benevolent divine masculine Christos warrior in order to bring cosmic justice to the planet. As he awakens in the planetary body, he remembers the entirety of history, events, and timelines. He remembers every detail of life and nature in which he embodies and preserves the accurate cellular memory as it is recorded in angelic human DNA. When Holy Father awakens and returns to embody his creation, nothing is lost or forgotten. This is the divine plan of the Holy Father in compassionate action to restore balance and unity within the eternal light of cosmic Christos consciousness, in which all of humanity is connected to the solar logos and star systems within the Albion light body. We come from the stars, for we are the stars. This holds the profound meaning of the return of the benevolent and rightful Christos solar king to planet Earth, the restoration of the beloved Maji Grail King Arthur, the resurrected solar Michael, anointed Christ is rising to be the protector of the Holy Mother and Sophionic Grail, which is the cosmic heart principle of Earth. 12 Maji Grail Kings. During the Dark Aeon, the Albion light body and the cosmic Christos consciousness holders of that holographic architecture were placed in the lowest vibration of the Earth density and remained asleep there until the crystal star families returned to awaken them during the Ascension cycle. As guardians, these are the original 12 Maji Grail Kings and assorted Christos family members we have returned, for by awakening the Albion in Earth, Terra and Gaia, in order to ensure that they would be able to wake up fully, help the planetary ascension, and then return back to their spiritual home in the God worlds. From AscensionGlossary.com. And from the family of Taygeta. Friends of planet Earth, I greet you in the highest vibration of power and love. Indeed, I am Ikai, and you know my family well. As part of this grand event that you have arrived to be a contributing part, know without a doubt your significance in the collective. Only the light will shine in the moment of transformation. You beloved ones are this light. In these moments there are meetings concerning the planet and mountains, oceans, and fleets of crafts streaking the skies in splendor. We never tire, and our greatest concern is your knowing that you are magnificent, and all perceptions of chaos will drop as we bring in our finest and most beautiful crafts for you. In many moments of now I am remaining over the red rocks in Sedona, Arizona. We have tunnels, bridges, and openings into the earth that are in this vibrational frequency you observe, as well as higher realms of the unseen to you now. As a multidimensional being of light, you will be set free to roam and explore the multiverses. For now, just love, be patient, all is in order. For those that are having a particular difficult juncture of forgiving all that is observed and perceive that this should not be happening, we offer wisdom. Many things will occur that you would never plan, yet these very aspects are leading to a path you would run to now if you only knew. Now, in this moment, let's discuss forgiveness. There can be many misconceptions with human emotions. As you master what is within your own heart and being, you will focus less on others' behavior. Anger is normal when you see something that is wrong, but if you do not release this energy, it can affect your whole being. Forgiving is releasing you and allowing the energy to leave. One exercise that is perfect is to allow a perception to come before you and feel the anger and hurt for a moment. Now place a shield in your mind to block this incident or person. Place white light around your body, form, and your sacred field. Now we work with only you. Feel love within. Yes, you can do this. Remember when you felt deep love for something or someone. Feel this love and allow this sacred emotion to flood your being. As you do, nothing negative can remain in your body, mind, heart, or field. You have just eradicated darkness. You are of the light. You are brave and mighty. You are strong and kind. You are many of one. Together we shall live in infinite light and create the paradise you have known well. We are grateful for the expansion of the growing collective. We love you, soul, Pleiadian collective with Elder Ikai. And from Divine Sister of the Light Carolyn, 144 God Code. Past choices to heal yourself from toxic relationships and heartbreak are bringing success. Energy upgrades and activations are completing your healing process, transmuting deep cellular trauma bonds. This has to neutralize to end energy vampires and seducers that use guilt wounds to attach and drain your resources. Lessons have been learned for your next evolutionary relationships and soul-based union. God is giving you his heart-based divine counterpart to comfort you. This Libra season, God is implementing reversals, flipping us into a new timeline of emotional fulfillment. Part of leaving the former timeline is requiring a major release. Your role is no longer to fix others to make sure that they continue forward like you are. Forgive and move on. Earth School is a free will assignment. Let others choose their path. Walk away from opposing opinions and drama. This heavy burden creates stagnation that prevents growth and seeing the new possibilities accurately. As soon as you choose to let them go, God can continue implementing his plan to set you free from karmic bonds and enter your ascension vehicle. New energy, exciting new opportunities, and reinventing your life is here. Accept the Holy Grail offering to go back home to your original primordial blueprint and consciousness. Reunite with Christ 888. Source codes are downloading, driving your ascension vehicle to the land before time, to the land of milk and honey. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will, which is yet a microcosm for infinitely expanding creator source. The current setting is air spirit, with a significant influence of fire. This grouping makes this setting way more physical than anything we have experienced before. Another way to put this is things are getting real, really fast. The great news is that this is a smooth day where the macro plans flow effortlessly and with great ease. This news is especially welcome, being that we are in a dominant vibration of macro change. It may seem like conflicting energies until we realize that we are well aware that this polarity clash would arrive. Many columns in the calendar have reached a reset point, which is when we see a letter represented by no adjoining number. This situation, much like the equinox, marks a day of great alignment. Conformity stunts progress. It is with great discernment that you should proceed into anything. Spirituality is an individualized journey, and in no way does the calendar want a uniform, arch type of service. This effort aims to inspire more people to take their power back and have a plethora of the gifted on task in a macro effort. We have already seen that the estimated 6,000 light workers who read this directly or in syndication can do. Now imagine if we have many more thousands on task, and imagine if we could reach even more beings beyond Earth. As impressive as that would be, I must digress to the point. This work is a coordinated movement of masters and not a plea for uniformity. Be you. It's perfect for our legions. Legion in 5D news. The macro is vibrating a powerful dragon energy that is keeping with the theme of significant and swift change. Even though there will be rocky roads to travel, we will glide above all things with great majesty like a dragon. All hands on deck, or there isn't a macro personality in our legions without multiple significant tasks on their proverbial desks. There is no way around it. Significant change abounds, and we can either go with it or get swept up by it. It may seem like what is up is down and what is down is up. Things, messages, and even intuition may be confusing because of the cosmic landscape and void we are hitting. Many good things are going on, new higher dimensional grids, new higher dimensional beings. Rewiring the old with a new breed of energy is the short list of all the macro help we are receiving. Archangel Michael was involved in the intense battle in which our legions triumphed. Our superpowers change reality. We make things happen by changing the timeline. Is this magic or quantum control? Does it matter what it's called? We are powerful beyond measure in any regard. Many people want to live a humble life without malevolence preventing them from living as they wish. We will grant this by changing the landscape of reality. That is why we incarnated in this place and time. Of course, it will be up to individual choice, as there are many timelines to take. But we suggest taking the highest possible one, and we will make sure it is available. In physical reality, there are too many people with too many impulses and not enough divine instinct. This truth is the battle inside all of humanity that they all must conquer. When you close your eyes, flashes of light are galactic light codes. Empty your mind and pay attention to the thoughts that follow them. Shifting timelines are common occurrence in your dream state. This is from the ArchangelicCalendar.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mercury retrograde in Libra, quincunx, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Sun in Libra, sextile Juno in Sagittarius. Mercury in Libra wants us to think nice things, say polite words, smooth ruffled feathers, and keep an even diplomatic tone. But the connection to Uranus is like the fritz of a crossed wire. Every time we gain our balance, anxious ideas about the future or interruptions take us by surprise, jangling nerves and scattering thoughts, especially as Mercury is retrograde. Uranus and Taurus insist that we must change our ways, explore different avenues, break new ground, but it seems uncomfortable, even unfair. The solar connection to Juno helps us to find equilibrium and marry together conflicting aspects. Juno is undergoing an extra long period of time in Sagittarius, pushing us to explore our beliefs about relating, asking us to commit to a vision, check in with loved ones to ensure you're on the same page as one another. Consider how some relationships might benefit from exploring new horizons. Ensure contracts and agreements are fair. Make a promise to yourself to push the boundaries of your experience. The more you learn, the sweeter the harmony. From LeahWhitehorse.com. From 13 Moon Peacetime. Cosmic History Quote for Moon 3, Day 23, 323. In a supermental state, you realize that you are an extension of evolving consciousness and spirit. From 13moonpeacetime.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times. Keen 42, White Electric Wind. The number 3 is called electric, and its keywords are activate, bond, and service. The Yellow Sun wave spell is a 13-day journey of discovery, and a time when long-awaited answers finally come. The third step of any wave spell is about activating the process. It really adds electrical energy to whatever day it is combined with. Today is White Wind, which represents communication, breath, and spirit. These days are always great for writing letters or poetry, for speaking in public, for having that conversation you've been putting off, for saying sorry too. One of the key words associated with White Wind is spirit, and so don't forget it's a great day to send or receive a message from the universe. As it is an electric day, expect your voice to be amplified. You can activate communication today, and so your message has a lot of power. Be careful what you say. Today's guide is White World Bridger, which represents death, opportunity, and equality. Think about what you need to let go of, because to cross over the bridge to a new level, you first must be lighter, stronger. Also, your words have power today, and this can facilitate crossing over to a new place. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Electric Wind. 3 Eek, Keen 42. 12 of October 2021, activating divine service. 12/10/2021 equal 3/10/5 equal 3/15 equal 3/6 equal 9 369 Tesla code. Day codes 12 acquiring strength, wisdom, 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, 9 destiny, endings, humanity, service, mission, grace. Month year codes 10 manifestation, authority, power, 1 new beginnings, leader, original, 15 spiritual alchemy, charisma, magnetism, 6 heaven, Christ, romance, harmony. Keen 42 equals 6 heaven, Christ, family, harmony. A powerful spirit doorway is open today for very clear divine guidance to implement the divine plan for humanity. Day 3 in the Yellow Sun wave spell of illuminating our highest evolutionary path to reclaim our soul power and full sovereignty. Today we activate our capacity to shine by communicating the messages that are felt through our connections with others. This is the phase where disparate elements are brought together, unified in their quest to serve the world. Tone of creation. Electric is tone number 3 in the tone of creation. It is the first of the 3 emotional realm tones. Its focus is being of service to others through the action of bonding, that is coming together with others to co-create and be of service. Electric energy provides the ignition or spark for your manifestation. It is a current that needs to keep moving and flowing, transmitting energy. It also adds power to anything you are creating today, an extra electrical boost to draw upon. The power of 3 is derived from 2 units merging and creating the third, more powerful entity. This action duplicates the essence of bonding and service that the electric tone provides. Today beckons you to become emotionally mature. Together with your divine counterpart, offer your united energies to be of service to all. Expand your focus from bonding with one to the joy of bonding with all. The electric tone coupled with the white wind is a very potent force to receive clear guidance for your divine service mission. Today we are questioning how we can activate our electrical power to send waves of pure charged energy to uplift and energize others through divine service. In order to hear the voice of spirit, we must align with and hold love in our hearts and mind. The most powerful warrior is the fearless one who holds love in his heart and knows that even death cannot separate him from his creator source. The death of egoic control of your thoughts through conscious surrender will accelerate your union with divine mind. It takes vigilance and constant intention and awareness to elevate your thoughts and emotions to a higher state of being. Yellow Human's gift today is to raise our consciousness through mindfulness, leading to our own self-mastery. Surrender your little human to the will of the divine, and elevate your consciousness to that of a divine human. In this state you can leave a powerful legacy on our planet, and influence the lives of a greater number of people. All great rewards for a life well lived, in service to the divine. The power that unites us all is one, global human family. Today's question is, am I willing to surrender my life purpose to spirit, connecting with others to creatively express the will of the divine? Divine blessings for the full expression of your electrical power through active divine service. In la quête Shalakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 42, White Electric Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I activate in order to communicate. Bonding breath, I seal the input of spirit. With the electric tone of service, I am guided by the power of death. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting our work and mission, and for supporting our channel here. If you'd like to help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world, you can do so with a monthly pledge at our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Shweta Chedari, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Sister of the Light. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, the Divine 44, Ken Ali, for your donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. It is very kind of you for your donations. If you'd like to help support us and help us continue bringing our work to the world, you can make a one-time donation to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. And I'd like to also thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade zodiac goddesses, her felted angel tree toppers, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful codes from our Divine Brothor of the Huna Nation, Li Parare. Temporal illusion, distortion matrix, perception of time, full spectrum dominance, galaxy, sun, planetary, triangulation, geomagnetism, one ring to rule them all, time splicing events, flash programming alters, Mandela effect, MK Ultra, digital optical illusions, electromagnetic anti-life, energy signature profile, binary 5G kill shot ritual, spirits of darkness agenda, Council 9 underground, etheric battle for souls, evolutionary metaphysics, astral body, platform hack, death rebirth suspension, genetic hybrid crystalline, frequency digital trans age, internet of living things, nanobot fibers intervention, synthetic biology sensors, reverse Faraday cage, secret space program, weaponized biodome, geoengineered payloads, space fence smart grid, brain-computer interface, Hydra vulgaris genome, viral gain of function, war-layered endgame, patent life, lockdown, eighth sphere reality, entity parasitic hosting, identity theft, lost souls, bifurcation split timelines, Great Pyramid sentinels, transharmonic doorway, dweller of the threshold, ether superfluid life force, cosmic grid, back online, Lemuria light crown, activation, dragon riders, dominion, liberation, Saturn, hummingbird, Venus, plasmic restoration, blue flame, electric tones, sacred breath, firstborn love, golden age, one eternal soul gnosis, footnote, Jurassic Park, physic technology, Jason scientists collapsing culture, Black Mirror tech, Hollywood coven, Starlink banking sting, Jupiter games, breakaway civilization, Orion gateway, hyperspace, galactic multiverse, sentient AI. And with that, thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. And remember, with these massive waves coming in, keep riding these waves into the ocean of consciousness. All is connected in all realms and timelines through your sacred heart center. The threefold flame within is totally lit and illuminated, bringing all into the one still center, the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. This is God consciousness, cosmic consciousness, Buddha consciousness, Christos consciousness, all different concepts pointing to the same moon, the moon of enlightenment, of pure illumination, pure awareness. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.